infringe upon the rights of any human being. Any such communication is contrary to our core values and belief as hosts of Heartbeat.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm Dr. Ron GODBOLT, and I know you're surprised you don't hear anybody else saying who they are, but I'm sitting in. I know Bishop GODBOLT will be out looking for Brother Tony to be in any minute now, but we're glad to be with you on this Friday, chilly Friday, but it's a good Friday. And this is Heartbeat, and we're glad that you're tuned in with us, and we certainly invite you to call in at the radio station and let us know what's on your mind. If we say something that you want more information about, then call in and let us know that. If you want us to talk about something you need more information about, let us know that. And if we say something you don't agree with, let us know that also. And if we say something we agree with, let us know that also, okay? Just let us know how we're doing with you. First of all, I want to make this announcement. If you don't know, at One Church Covenant Fellowship, 918 Person Street here in the city of Fayetteville, North Carolina, we have Grief Share every Wednesday from 10 to 11:30. Now, we are shutting down now, and they'll be coming back in January with the first session in January. So you got time to go ahead and call the church and register, or go on the website. You can go to griefshare.org, and they'll click on our church, One Church Covenant Fellowship, and click in your information. Somebody will call you back and give you a response. Or you can call the church at 910-323-8889. And they will definitely get your information. There's a voicemail that you can click on and leave your name and information. Sister Angela Caraway Williams will respond to you and get you in the program or get you started. If you just want to come visit, it's at 918 Person Street in Fayetteville. You might say, I don't know if I want to be a part of it yet. Let me just come see what's going on. Just come on over. They'll be coming back the first week in January on that Wednesday. And we'll get you some more information next couple of weeks on that. Now, Brother Tony should be coming shortly, but one of our topics we want to talk about this morning, is New Year's resolutions. Now, that's something that as we approach the end of this year, we're in the last month of the year 2025, and we know most of the time everybody makes some New Year's resolutions, some things they want to do differently in the new year. So we're going into 2026, and I thought it'd be a good idea to talk about these resolutions. Are they good? Should we have them? What's going to happen? And by the way, let me thank Bishop Carl Brinkley for being here with me this morning. He's working the board. It's a 1-2 punch. So thank you, Brother Brinkley, for being here. But think about this, a New Year's resolution. And basically, a New Year's resolution are personal commitments to improve oneself at the start of a year, commonly focusing on health, exercising, eating well, quitting smoking, finances, saving, budgeting, personal growth, learning skills, reading more, or relationships, spending time with the family. Making them stick involves setting specific, realistic, small goals, tracking progress, finding support, and being flexible when setbacks happen, according to an expert at UC Davis Health. Now, there's a couple of things that you need to think about as you say, what New Year's resolution am I going to make? Or if not, what things I want to change in my life without even making a resolution. But the most important thing, I think, and he says this in this writing here, is that you want to make sure you set specific, realistic goals. You don't go in the new year and say, this year I'm gonna lose 120 pounds. That sounds good, but is it realistic? That means you got to lose 120 pounds. You got to lose 10 pounds every month. And not put anything extra back on. So so sometimes our goals are not realistic. Somebody said I'm gonna exercise an hour every day. That sounds good, but are you capable of doing that? Do you have the time to do that? Maybe you ought to start off with just 15 minutes every day or 10 minutes every other day. Just start off with a goal that's realistic and one that you can read. And the second thing is setback. Don't get upset if you're trying to lose weight and you go 1 month and you gain 2 or 3 pounds. Don't let that cause you to quit. See, that's why I ain't gonna do it. That's why I shouldn't have done it. That's just a little setback. Somebody says setback is a comeback. Use that setback as a comeback. I'm gonna move forward. I'm gonna do a little something different to make sure I get back on program, get back into the what I'm trying to do. A friend of mine put a little joke on Facebook. I thought it was kind of cute. She said, "Just think, in about 30 days." It's going to be January, and I made promises to lose weight, and I hadn't lost any that I made last year. And here it is, the year getting ready to come back up again, which it can be true. But that don't mean you shouldn't set a new resolution or get a new goal. Don't quit. You see some things that you need to do, then look at it and set some realistic goal. Now the other thing he says here is, be flexible. If you said I'm going to walk every day, I'm gonna be at the gym every day, and then your schedule changes, you can't be at the gym. Maybe you have to do it at the house, or maybe you have to do it after during your lunch break at work. So be flexible on how you do it. Just say I'm gonna get 10 minutes of walking in every day. So be flexible how you get that walking in. You might have to do it after you get off work. You might have to do it during your work day. You might have to do it, at night, or even go early before work start and get it done. So be flexible, and then track your progress. Keep an eye on yourself. How am I doing? How am I going? And one other thing is, find support is always good. To have somebody that's working with you, that you both are going after this goal. So you got some help there, you got support, you got somebody that's gonna work with you in that. And so when you kind of feel a little tired and wore down, then that person said, "No, we're gonna do it now. We're gonna do it." Well, I can't go today. Then okay, I'm looking for you tomorrow. I'm gonna call you. I tell you what, I'm gonna pick you up tomorrow. So therefore, you just be ready. So you need that support. If you can get some support, if not, set your goals yourself. The tips for success on these goals for the new year. As I said already, be specific and realistic. Instead of exercising more. Instead of exercise, that was Tony interfering with me talking, trying to call me. Instead of exercising more, try walk 30 minutes 3 times a week. Try to set some times of how you're going to do it. Start small. Break big goals into manageable steps. You might have a big goal, but just break it up, and set it so you can do it with somebody say, how you eat an elephant? 1 bite at a time. So take small chunks into what you're trying to do. If you're working on finances, just say, I'm gonna pay off 3 bills this year, and then start off small with the smallest bill. Work on that one. Then they get the next largest one, and then get move on up. The small breaks help you on that. And then, of course, I said track your progress. And then listen to this one. Be kind to yourself. Don't let one slip up derail everything. Adjust and keep going. You go on vacation, or you go to a nice party or some concert. Be nice to yourself. It'd be all right to eat a little dessert that meeting, or have a little extra this or whatever you want to have. Be kind to yourself. You've been working hard. You can get a break. Some people do. They excuse me 1 minute. He said the door locked. Excuse me, I had to get Brother Tony in. Are y'all still with me? So don't let one slip up derail everything. Adjust and keep going. Okay. Now, the benefits of a resolution. Self-reflection, a chance to evaluate your life and priorities. So when you think about going into this new year, sit back a little bit and think about, what can I do different? What changes need to be made? Kind of do some reflection before you make a resolution, and then once you reflect and you see some areas that I need to improve in, some areas I can do better in, that's what you want to go for. Another benefit of resolution, it calls you to build confidence. Achieving small wins boost self-esteem. So when you make these resolutions and you achieve the small wins, then you start feeling like, oh, I can do that. It's like when you pay off one small bill, you get momentum, you get happy and say, yeah, I can pay off something else too. So make sure you build that confidence by these small victories. That's why you don't want to set your goals too high that you can't reach it, and then you feel like, what's the use? Benefits of resolution, again, is improve well-being. It leads to a better physical and mental health. So when you work on your resolutions, you can't help but have a better physical and mental health attitude. And so that's so important. And my fourth one, and good to have Brother Tony in with us, and I'm gonna let him step in, is develop discipline. When you set these resolutions and you start working on it, you find more discipline in your life. You just don't go and do this and that. You kind of say, oh no, I don't do that. I'm doing to do this. I know when I just one of mine that I've worked on is when I go to the restaurant, if I give myself a break, I'll be trying to drink water all the time. I might drink a tea with my meal, but I don't take a tea to go. I take a water to go. So you those kind of disciplines help you reach your goals. Brother Tony, good morning.
Good morning. Good to see you this morning.
Yeah, good to have you.
And the good bishop there, Dr. Brinkley. Good to see you, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're sounding good. I was sitting here listening to the information you were giving about these resolutions, and it's awesome. This time of year, we really should be reflecting.
Yes.
On things that we said we were going to do throughout the year, and then coming to some kind of resolve. What didn't I do that I said I was going to do?
Yeah.
And what prevented me from doing what I said I was going to do?
Yeah.
As I was researching this, I found that resolutions, if used properly, can have a biblical perspective.
Okay.
Yeah. One writer quoted 2 Thessalonians 1:11. God is the author and finisher of our faith, and He resolves all good works. So it's good to have a plan.
Yeah.
Throughout the year,
Yeah.
as we start to reflect on things that we need to get done, and come up with a plan, and review the plan throughout the year.
Yeah. Yeah. That's beautiful. And as I was telling the audience, making sure it's attainable. You don't want to make it too big that you get frustrated trying to get there, or even if it, you have a little setback. Don't let the setback cause you to quit. Just say, use a setback as a springboard to come back.
Absolutely. We have a tendency as human beings, when we come short of a goal, we have a tendency to beat ourselves up.
Yeah.
Rather than saying, okay, I didn't quite reach that goal or the pinnacle of what I thought I should get to.
Yeah.
What do I have to do to make sure that I accomplish that the next try?
Yeah. And of course, let me give you a few more examples of some things you might want to consider for your resolution. Drink more water daily. We know that's good. Eat more vegetables and fruits. cut down on processed food. This is a good one. Get enough sleep each night. You start working on that. Practice yoga or meditation regularly. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Try a new type of workout or sport. Reduce sugar intake. Learn to cook healthier meals. Join a community fitness class. And that's, again, where you can get some support. When you don't show up, somebody calls you saying, we miss you, man. Where were you? Mm-hmm. You know, lady friend, where were you? We miss you. So I think some of those are some good things that we know we have to improve on our health. We know we have to improve on our finances. We need to improve on so many things, and this is a good place, a new year to start.
Yeah, and in setting goals and having plans for our lives, we have to remember the word resolution means it's a declaration of a firm decision. So sometimes we might want to change or look at the wording of how we word things. As you said, reducing sugar instead of cutting it completely out, because it's in practically everything we eat.
I know it.
So to get rid of it would be quite a chore. Yeah. So we really need to examine how we make these declarations or these resolutions of how we're going to do things, because we want to be people of purpose, and we want to have God in the forefront of our lives, and we want to include him first of all, because we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. So as we make these resolutions or these goals for the upcoming year, as I said, we might want to consider the wording. I'm going to lose weight. So what I said, I'm going to lose weight. So I'm going to make some changes in my lifestyle.
That's right.
I'm going to start exercising a little bit more. I'm going to eat properly, as you said. And I think those things would go much further than just having a firm resolution. I'm declaring I'm going to lose 40 pounds. You know, by May.
By May,
A lot of things can happen between now and May.
That's right. Yeah, that's the truth. Yeah. And so you have to do that. I think this is another good one. Practice gratitude daily. That's a mindset. You know, when you're thankful and you can look around and be so thankful. Somebody mentioned on our prayer line that they were so happy to have heat in their house. Their heat had been out, and they finally got a technician came, got the heat. You know, and she said, my heart goes out to homeless people that out there in that weather, and it's been chilly these last couple of days and nights, and so you got so much to be grateful for. So don't find yourself complaining. Find yourself being grateful. Keep gratitude daily. Make that a New Year's resolution.
You could stay right there, sir, and we could continue on with that gratitude. And as you say, as we go into the new year, we really need to reflect on what God has already done for us throughout this current year, and be grateful. I try not to rise in the morning as I swing my feet out of the bed and they touch the floor. I thank God for, first of all, waking me up and seeing me through the night, and prospering and ordering my day. So that spirit of gratitude, as you say, would go a long way in helping us to get through just one day at a time.
Yeah. And now looking at this financial, we mentioned this financial goals. Create a monthly budget and stick to it. Start an emergency fund. Pay off debts or loans. Save more money each month. Invest in stocks, bonds, or retirement system. Learn about personal finance. Avoid unnecessary expenses. Plan for big purchases in advance. Start a side hustle for extra income. Review and adjust financial goals quarterly. I think those are some good goals to help get your finances in order.
Absolutely.
Because the finances not in order will also affect your mental.
Yeah. And during this season of giving, don't outgive yourself. I was talking to someone on yesterday, and they were a little bit forlorn because they said, "Well, I want to they're going to visit some relatives over the holiday, and they wanted to take gifts for their nieces and nephews and everybody. And I said, well, think about this. I think they would be more grateful to see you and spend time with you than receiving a trinket or something from you. Yeah, it would be nice if you could give everybody what you thought they desired. But during this season, especially in this world that we live in today, I think being with people and being around people, your loved ones, family, and friends is more important to share quality time with those folks. So as we make these New Year's resolution, I think we all should resolve to spend more time with family and friends, because you may forget to call a person this week, and next week
they gone.
They gone.
I know it, because time is winding up and time is so short. And that's one of the ones on the relationship and social life, Brother Tony. Spend quality time with family regularly.
And friends, absolutely.
Call or meet up with friends more often. Strengthen communication with loved ones. Plan date nights with a partner. Resolve a conflict calmly and openly. Join clubs or groups with shared interests. Make new friends. Expand your social circle. I think those are some good resolutions also to help you become a happier person. When you're talking and meeting other people and get ideas from them, they get ideas from you, it sharpens you. The Bible declared that iron sharpens iron. The fellowship, it sharpens you. So that's another good point that we need to make.
Yeah. And do some of these things like we do in some of these leadership meetings that we have, in these business meetings. I know Pastor McAllister, he's real good at plus delta.
Yeah.
Review what you've done well, throughout the year. And then, as you say, look at the things that you maybe haven't done so well. And I think you'll find that list of things that you've done well might outshine the negative things, or the things that appear to be negative.
Yeah.
Because some of those things that may be a delta, you can turn it into a plus.
And sometimes it's not difficult things, but you just don't see it. I'll never forget when I was a principal at school, and we put out a plus delta, what went well, what didn't go well after at all our staff meeting, and somebody put on there a negative. We don't have enough diet drinks for refreshments. I mean, that's an easy fix. I said, we can do that. Tell the bookkeeper to get more diet, and people there's not enough diet drinks. And guess what? And all of a sudden, we'd answer something. Somebody feel good. Now they can get a diet drink because they didn't want to drink the regular drinks.
Regular drinks, absolutely.
So we're gonna take a break, I think, and then we'll come back. We're still talking about New Year's resolution, but we'll come back and change topics a little bit and give you a did you know and a health tip. This is Heartbeat, and we're glad to have you with us.
The North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services reports 3 flu-related deaths last week, bringing the season's total to 9. Peak flu season typically arrives in January or early February, but cases began rising in November. Michael Jordan and NASCAR chairman Jim France stood side by side on the steps of the federal courthouse in Charlotte after a bruising antitrust case in which the Basketball Hall of Famer was a lead plaintiff in a lawsuit accusing the top racing series in the U.S. of being a monopolistic bully. Jordan and his co-plaintiffs won. Authorities in California said a gas explosion and fire in a San Francisco Bay Area neighborhood injured multiple people and destroyed or damaged at least 3 structures. Here comes Arctic blast-type cold weather into areas of the Midwest and South this weekend. Mike Rayleigh, NCN News.
I'm Peter Killeen, WIDU Radio News. Authorities arresting a woman this week in connection with a Cumberland County shooting involving a deputy last month. November 25th, about 6:30 p.m., Cumberland County Sheriff's Office went to a domestic call on the 6700 block of Camden Road in Fayetteville. When deputies got there, they say they came across a person with a knife, later identified as 46-year-old Dorothy Simpkins of Fayetteville. A deputy instructed her to drop the knife, but Simpkins lunged toward the deputy with it. That's when the deputy shot Simpkins, who was taken to a hospital for treatment. Simpkins charged this week with assault with a deadly weapon on a family member and felony assault with a deadly weapon on a government official. Fayetteville residents encouraged to apply for upcoming vacancies for the city's boards and commissions. Boards and commissions made up of volunteers appointed by City Council to serve as advisors who help shape Fayetteville's policies and programs. A great way for residents to engage in the community. Some boards may require appointees to have a special license or meet certain professional requirements. From WIDU Radio, I'm Peter Killeen.
We'll be on the lookout this morning for some flurries in our northern counties. Up into southern Virginia, there could be a light dusting on elevated surfaces. Mostly cloudy, otherwise partly cloudy toward the Fayetteville area. The high in the mid-40s to low 50s. Partly to mostly cloudy tonight and cold. The low in the low to mid-30s. Warmer for your Saturday. Mostly sunny with mid-50s to about 60 for the highs. Partly to mostly cloudy on Sunday, windy and colder with temperatures falling through the day. I'm Mike Mays in the North Carolina News Network Weather Center.
Bless the Lord. I'm Dr. Ann T. Newell, pastor of the Soul Harvest Apostolic Church, the church not just there in the community, but there for the community of Spring Lake, North Carolina. We're looking for more than a few good men and women to join the team. Iron sharpeneth iron. We may have what you need. You may have what we need. Catch the vision. Join the team. Join Wake Up.
Hi, this is T.W. Campbell.
And I'm Patricia Campbell
of the Refuge Community Church, located at 2314 L.A. Dunham Road here in the God Bless city of Fayetteville, North Carolina. You can reach us at area code 910-483-6477. We're here to invite you to our early morning service each Sunday morning beginning at 8:30 in the morning. Our prayer is at 6 o'clock. Our intercessory prayer, Bible studies at 7 o'clock, which now is our Sunday school at night, and which we call the Word on Wednesday. Come and be a part of a growing community. In Jesus' name.
Amen.
As winter temperatures drop, the Cumberland County Fire Marshal's office reminds you to stay warm and safe. Always keep an eye on your cooking. Use only safe heaters and keep them at least 3 feet away from any objects, and test your smoke alarms regularly. Let's keep homes cozy, families safe, and the season bright. Together we can prevent fires and protect what matters most.
Hello, we're back. I'm Dr. Ron Godbolt.
And I'm Tony Billingsley.
And we're here on Heartbeat. We're filling in. Bishop Godbolt's out today, but we're doing the best we can with what we have. And I know folks say we had more, we do better. So thank God for what we got.
Amen.
Amen. But we appreciate you tuning in. You can call in. We're at 483-6111. This number hadn't changed in years. So just join us and share what you'd like to share with us. We've been talking about New Year's resolution, but we're going to change topics. But first, we want to give you a What you want, Brother Tony? Did you know or a health tip?
Yeah, I got a couple did you knows here.
Okay.
Did you know that 1/4 or 25% of the bones in your body are located in your feet?
Ooh.
1/4.
God. That's
a lot of bones.
That's a lot of bones for a whole body, ain't
For
it?
a whole body.
It's amazing how wonderfully we are made, ain't it?
Also, did you know that a matchbox, if you fill a matchbox, regular size matchbox, with gold, that size, that it could be flattened out. In other words, beaten, flattened out to the size of a tennis court. That is one of the amazing properties of gold.
That gold is something, ain't it?
It's something else.
Spread it out to cover a tennis court from a matchbox. Woo. I got a did you know you can hear a blue whale's heartbeat from 2 miles away?
Wow.
So if you can hear it, you're too close probably. 2 miles away, you can hear the heartbeat of a blue whale. That's a big animal anyway.
That's a huge animal.
Yes.
And I think Dr. John gave one said that
his heart was
the size of a Volkswagen.
Yeah, that's right. Sure was. Good
so you could hear it beating 2 miles away.
Wow.
That's awesome. Isn't God mighty? Yeah. Sometimes we forget
how mighty He is.
How mighty He is. But if we just look at His creation, it can remind us of several things. Okay. Health tip. Start utilizing heart healthy oils in your cooking and your eating.
Okay.
Extra virgin olive oil is very healthy for you. So instead of using other kinds of vegetable oils, you use olive oil. I know someone that takes a shot of olive oil and lemon juice daily, and they're in their 90s.
Oh yeah, that's good. I got a health tip. Take a daily do not disturb break. Whether at your desk or in your kitchen or on the deck outside, close your eyes and do not open them for anyone. Even 5 minutes will feel wonderful. The do not disturb break. Yeah, I like that.
I like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised at how that little break can help you, you know?
You'd be surprised. Just sometimes close your door.
That's right.
As you were saying that, I was thinking about those teachers.
Oh, Lord.
You know, and it would be good for them if they were able to do that. Close the door and take 5 minutes.
Well, they all have planning periods. Of course, elementary, they have to do theirs end of the day.
Yeah.
But they don't. Most of them don't carry their classes to lunch. The TAs or other people cover their lunch, so they can get a break. They can sit back and chill.
And you're just talking about 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes do a lot. So,
do a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a way. Find a way. You know. You got secretary, test secretary. I'm not taking calls for the next 10 minutes. And give yourself a break because you've been answering and following up and making calls. I need a break. Okay, Brother Tony, you want to lead us to this next topic?
Yeah, I tell you, it's good to talk about good service. You know, people who have that servant's attitude. We go so many places and do so many things. Sometimes we complain about the bad service, and we forget about the people who are out there doing an awesome job. I happened to eat at Golden Corral on last Sunday, and I can honestly say that the service was outstanding. Even from walking in the door, the persons they greeted you and took your money, and then the people who were serving and waitresses, did an excellent job. So shout out to the Golden Corral here in Fayetteville. They did an outstanding job.
Yeah.
And then I want to give a shout out also to the Veterans Administration.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, here in Fayetteville. I had to visit them on yesterday. And
they're stepping up too.
They stepping up their game.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes they get a lot of complaints because they serve
so many people,
and not the number of people that they serve. They serve a difficult population of people who have served our nation in our nation's military services. They've gone through a lot of different things, and when it comes to health, mental, emotional, and physical, they're not up to 100%, and that's why they go there.
Yeah.
But I can tell you, my experience with the VA hospital and the VA administration here in Fayetteville has been outstanding. It's been tremendous. I haven't had a bad visit yet.
Okay.
I had a follow-up visit with the cardiologist on yesterday, and he was the first doctor in my entire life. As he started, he gave me his background, his training,
all right,
his education, and his experience. This man had over 40 years of experience as a cardiologist. And he explained what he was going to do in my visit, and he gave me a complete examination. I was in his office being examined for over an hour.
Wow.
He did things I never had done before. And I can tell you, I got a good report. That's number one. Praise God. But the other thing is it was reassuring to see a healthcare professional do what he did in the manner in which he did it. And then all the receptionists and everybody there that I came in contact with on yesterday at the VA hospital on Rayford Road, outstanding.
Yeah.
And I've also had good service at the one here on Ramsey Street. So shout out to those people who are caring for our nation's veterans.
That's awesome. Let me give you this good meaning of good customer service means being fast, easy, personalized, and empathetic, resolving issues efficiently on the customer's preferred channel, chat, phone, with knowledgeable, positive, and proactive agents who go the extra mile, creating loyalty and positive word of mouth. The key elements include active listening, problem solving, clear communication, and leveraging technology like A1 to understand context and personalize interactions without making customers repeat themselves.
Absolutely.
That's a mouthful, ain't it?
That's good customer service.
And you know who always comes up when you look for restaurants, Chick-fil-A, they always come up as one of the best in customer service.
Yeah.
And I can see that. You might, even if you got a problem, a good customer service will try to solve the problem, not blame you for what happened.
Absolutely.
Or blame somebody else.
Because they can be efficient or proficient at what they do, yet not be friendly or empathetic.
Yeah.
You got to have the entire package. And we that often serve in the ministry of the gospel, we're customer service folks. And sometimes we forget.
We forget,
that we're serving people, so we need to have that friendly attitude and that empathetic attitude also.
I never forget. I had bought something at Home Depot years ago. Been a long time now, but I had bought some tile. And my wife sent me it had it on sale, so I went there, and of course the guy that helped me, he put it all in the buggy for me. I went through the front, pushed it, and I paid for it. And as I was getting ready to open up my trunk, and I had it, there, getting ready to put it in my car, some guys they worked at Home Depot. You said they were dressed right, but like they come from their lunch break, and they said, "Hold it, let us help you." and they stopped, and they hadn't even checked back in, and they stopped right there in the parking lot and took them off and put them all in my trunk. And I had got them and hadn't had to pick up one yet. And then when I put in my yard, I said, now, why don't these guys show up now?
Yeah.
But then I had to go a little work there. But it's amazing, good customer service. And they didn't have to do that because they wasn't even on this clock yet. They had been on lunch break. You could tell they had a drink or something in their hand. They set it aside and helped me get that and put all that in my car for me.
Yeah. You know, a lot of these big box stores, unfortunately, are getting away from that personal contact as part of good customer service. You know, we go in now and practically every supermarket or grocery store that you go in has a self-checkout
Yeah,
lane.
I know it. I tell you. I hate it.
Walmart has a self-checkout lane.
Yeah, I know it.
The Sam's Club and the like, Costco, they all have self-checkout lanes. I can remember as a child going to the grocery store with my mom and dad, and they had a personal relationship with the person standing there checking them out. And they might be ringing up your item, and they say, "Oh, Mr. Billingsley, you might want to get another. I'm gonna get you another box because this one is smashed." And they would send somebody in the back and get you another one.
Yeah.
Now, if you're checking yourself out, you're already tired from spending time in the store walking around shopping, and then now you gotta check yourself out. Now, don't get me wrong, there is some convenience in doing that. You can go to Sam's Club, and you can walk around with your app and your phone. You can ring up all your items and check yourself out and walk out the door and show your receipt.
Oh, you can do that without even going to the register?
Without even going through the register.
Oh, man.
As you put each item in your cart, comes up on the application.
You got an app for Sam's
Club.
Okay.
You pay for it, and as you scan it, as you put it in, and when you complete your transactions, you go to the door, and they want to see your receipt. It's right there on your app.
Wow.
You on that, and you go out. Now that's a convenience.
Yeah, and nothing else bothers you like when you, and this is one of the things that a good customer service, know your product and services. Nothing bothers me more than somebody that's supposed to be working at the store, and I ask them, do you have that? And they send me to aisle 7, and it's not on aisle 7.
Aisle 7.
Now I got to find somebody else. If you're working there, good customer service is you know where your product. If not, you tell the person, wait a minute, let me find somebody that can help you. That's one thing I like about a couple of these stores. They will do that. They will let's say, hold a minute, let me find somebody. Some of them have the phone. They'll call somebody and say, where's so and so, and because that's a good sign of not having good customer service.
And it's important in all aspects of life. Let me go back to the house of God.
Yeah.
At one church, Janet, she in charge of the ushers.
Oh yeah.
And she does a fantastic job. She makes you, even people, you've been there for 40 years, and she make you feel welcome.
That's right. Yeah.
On Sunday morning.
That's right.
So let's add that, as you say, that friendliness and that empathy and efficiency.
Yeah.
To our morning services.
Yeah.
I want to give another shout out to a local establishment here. I'm a coffee drinker. Grew up drinking coffee. My grandmama would sneak and give it to me when my dad wasn't looking. And so, if you want a good cup of coffee, and more than just a good cup of coffee, some great service. There's a place in Haymount Hill called Miller's Brew.
Oh, yeah.
Coffee shop. And Miller's Brew was started by a young lady and her husband as an attempt to, they have an autistic child, and they wanted to make sure that child would learn some life skills and be able to take care of themselves as an adult. And they trained them at Miller's Brew.
Okay.
And so they have a cadre of people that train them, and then they learn how to serve, prepare the coffee, and they also serve pastries there. And if you want a good cup of coffee, along with some awesome service, and then you'll be helping a community of people who are learning to take care of themselves in this world of entrepreneurship and business that we live in.
That's beautiful.
It's called Miller's Brew, located right there in Haymount Hill.
And they kind of work with people that
they work with people, children and adults, you know, who have autism and other challenges.
Okay,
in their lives.
That's
and they
who
teach them
that's
those,
who they hire.
Yeah, they teach them those skills.
Yeah,
and it is awesome.
We do that. I'm working over at Bird High School now. We have they call it the cafeteria, and those kids that are in that program, they don't necessarily cook the food, but they deliver. Like I was in the lunchroom and I said, I'm gonna get one of them sausage dogs and some chips, and so I emailed the lady the staff member, and she had one of the kids come and bring me what I needed, told me how much I owe. I gave, it wasn't, it was like $4.50. I gave him a $5 bill, and I told him, "Oh, you can keep the tip." But he brought the 50 cents back to me. He had to get it back to me. So, but you know, and these kids that normally would not know how to respond and say, "This is what you order. Is that good? Anything else I can get you?" Yeah, I mean, it's I can see where that is so helpful.
Yeah. And we as customers, if we want good customer service, sometimes we got to change our attitude.
Oh yeah, you know it. Some
people
don't even try to be
we go in there thinking
pleased.
we own the place, and that we're entitled, and that we're the only one
that they got to take care of.
Take care of. No, these people are there to do a job for everybody that comes in to the establishment.
Yeah.
What as we're talking about this, what is good customer service, as you say? What does it look like? As you said, it's empathetic and it's friendly. It's efficient and it's timely. That the persons that you deal with, they are knowledgeable and competent. You don't want to walk into a Home Depot and you need a light bulb, and they send you over to the gardening section.
I know, yeah. And the other thing is customer feedback.
Yes.
You know, if you got good customer service, you're gonna ask for feedback, and when you get it, you're gonna respond to it. I know I've had some not so good service, and they give me that feedback form. I'll respond. Now, sometimes they don't say nothing because I'm assuming they're not even reading it. But sometimes they'll call me back personally and say, you know, I'm sorry how that went there. Why did and I explain what happened. But you know, a lot of times it's a whole lot of lip service. They don't do a whole lot different. But when you got good customer service, you try to do something, make sure you don't lose that customer. That they still gonna come back to you. If you got good customer service, you can probably say, well, let me give you a free night. So that you on your next trip or whatever.
Yeah.
If you really are concerned, because say this is another one. Be proactive with retention. In other words, wait until a customer is angry or leaving is too late. So you want to be proactive, outreach, help them deal with their frustration early, so that you can retain them as a customer.
Yeah. Yeah, and I've had good experiences also. You've traveled abroad, and I've had some good experiences. You know, there are those experiences where you go to places, and particularly because of political climate, sometimes you get the feeling, okay, foreigners or Americans are not welcome. But the experience I've had, I can say 90% of them have been awesome, because people want you to think of their country or their nation as something good.
Yeah.
They're proud of it, and they want you to feel that way.
Yeah.
So the interactions and the contacts that I've had with people traveling abroad, I can say for the most part have been outstanding.
Yeah, I know. I went on a Alaskan cruise, me and my wife, and we stayed in Seattle. And then we went on a ship from Seattle, came back, and as we were flying back, matter of fact, I was with Bishop Brinkley, his church family. And we went on the Alaskan cruise, and as we were coming, we went back the next day and went to the airport. I got an Uber to bring us to the airport, and we got ready to get out. You know how the security police be out there directing traffic, and this policeman jumped in there and grabbed our bags and helped us get our bags out the Uber. The policeman that was directing the traffic. I had never seen nothing like that. And I said, "Thank you, sir." He said, "No problem. Glad to help out." And then went back to directing traffic. He said, "Let me help y'all." Because you know how we go when we go out of town. We carry everything we can carry.
Yeah.
So we had quite a few bags, but and we did some shopping. So, but that was so outstanding. I mean, the extra mile in customer service, it means so much.
Yeah. And as I said, our attitude as customers, not going in with a feeling of entitlement or being special, that goes a long way. Someone was telling me, Bishop Monroe was telling me about Shadur Saunders had gone into it might have been, I think it was a McDonald's. He went to an eating establishment in Cleveland. And he sat down and ate his meal, and the bill, I think, came to about $65. He paid the bill and left the waitress a $900 tip.
Good God Almighty. That made her day.
That might change that person's life.
I know, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so nice.
Yeah.
Well, our time is about come and gone. I tell you, it went fast, didn't it?
We must be having fun.
We must be having fun. That's it. Again, we're grateful to be with you. We look forward to being with you again next Friday, and Bishop Godbolt should be with us. And remember,
he'll be
the
back.
only thing that needs to happen is say it with me, Tony.
Yeah.
I never say the front part.
Yeah. Evil.
Yeah.
Only thing evil needs to triumph is for good men to do nothing.
I couldn't get the first part because Bishop always say that.
That shows we needed leadership.
Yeah. God bless you. We'll see you next week.
Have a good one.